Hello, beautiful sisters. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to share with you a bit about why I'm here and what I'm creating, as well as why you're here and what you're creating. Plus, I'd really love to share my vision with you for what's possible in the next 8 weeks and to share a bit about an exciting opportunity to work together intimately alongside a very supportive sisterhood of incredible, inspiring women. And so my mission and my big why is to really be living proof that a new paradigm of feminine leadership is not only possible, but vital in our world today, and to teach other women how to fully, powerfully initiate and embody this new way of being, working, and fully living and loving from this soulful place. And so a bit about this new paradigm. In this new paradigm, we really start to recognize that we each have a goddess within, which is a powerful archetype that we can connect with to begin unpeeling the layers and the social constructs and the obligations and the ideas that other people have come up with about who we should be that have been placed upon us as women throughout history and even to this day. So through this recognition and this embodiment, we can fully, powerfully, and effectively show up in the world, weave our visions, actualize our dreams, and change the world for the better. And that's what it's really about. We also recognize that our quality of life is not determined by our work or how much money we make or how many clients we have in our business or any external factor that we've previously placed our self-worth or our value or confines of what our potential is. That's time of the old, and rather the quality of life that we have in our lives, throughout our lives, is a choice we make, the internal work necessary to create a vibrant, powerful, and soulful lifestyle on a daily basis. And so a little bit about, I'm going to go into a little bit about what that really means, first of all, because I'm assuming these concepts are kind of foreign to some of you who are watching. And so I want to make this really relatable. That's something I'm really passionate about in my work, is really taking something that is such a deep level of understanding and something that it's taken people years and years and years to find in their life organically, and make it something that you can really access and that I can be your guide to access by creating the sacred space to do that in a really relatable, understandable way so that you can fully experience that shift for yourself on an internal and external level and really live the life that you were destined to live, that you were put here to live, which is not to pay bills and die, by the way. And so we recognize that from this place, we begin to recognize that all the external factors in our lives that seem like issues or problems or that feel stuck or that we're frustrated with are just merely reflections of our internal worlds. And all of the fears or feelings of not being good enough and all that crap that our brain tries to tell us, our human brain, that ego mind, that monkey mind tries to tell us to keep us safe, are just the projection of what our internal world looks like, and the willingness that we've come into to be able to drop from the head, which is our very human experience, down into our souls, which is our divine, soulful experience, our spiritual experience, and how can we weave the two together so that they really benefit us here in our time on this planet as women in this day and age, to really create beautiful change and shifts on a global level and create an impact that we're really proud of and passionate about. And so in my work with my clients, we really go to the root of the problem, which I've just kind of explained to you, is dropping from the head and that ego mind and trying to control down into the soul from the place that is expansive and really easy and effortless to live from, and where we receive all of that guidance. And from that place of soulfulness, we really begin creating the external shifts necessary to create change in the world and in our own lives. And so these so-called negative reflections in our external world are just really proof that we aren't yet willing to be fully open to being a conduit for the divine to step in, and for, you know, our souls to really do their work here. And we are, when we're not living from that place, when we're living in the mind, when we're living from that place where we're trying to really control, we are attached to outcomes. All of the shoulds that pop up from us in our lives are there. We're not yet really willing to let go and surrender and allow the unfolding to happen from the inside out. There's some kind of resistance, and that's what we'll uncover together in the opportunity I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. But it's not about being perfect. And we have this idea that we need to be perfect and we need to do everything the right way and we need to be good and all these things, right? And your human mind puts this definition of perfection into the world. And that's both an internal and external thing. It's working in tandem, right? So we have this society that tells us that perfection looks a certain way, that we need to be that. We need to be that and we need to become that. And if we're not that naturally, then we're not good, or we're not whole, we're not worthy in some way of love or of connection, or of, we're not valuable, right? And that's so far from the truth. And that's what I want you to know from this work and from watching this video. You are already perfect. You are already so whole exactly as you are. Your only job here as a soul having a human experience is to unpeel the layers. And most importantly, all of you is welcome here. And I want you to really know that and feel into what that is, what that might be like for you, and how that's different from the way that you're experiencing your life right now, from the way that you experience life at work and at home and in your relationships with other women, especially, right? All of you is welcome. The shadows, the lights, the crappy parts of yourself that you're like really embarrassed about, the stuff you love about yourself that you're super confident in, all of that is so necessary to be able to get to this soulful place. And so all of it is so welcome. And only when we can love and accept the parts of ourselves that we view as imperfect can we truly live from this soulful place of expansion, where we really recognize that we are the goddess already, and we are truly limitless and are powerful co-creators of our existence here on this planet, and that we are conscious dreamers. And as such, we have a responsibility against power and influence of the entire world. And that starts with fully embodying this power of influence in our own lives on a daily basis. When we make this shift, we really start to realize that the success of our business or our career we're making, or any other external part of our life that we're dissatisfied with, is just really the mirror for our internal expansion and growth. And as we go inward and as we do that work and as we dig into that internal expansion and growth, we start to realize a recalibration that happens in our external world, where things start to fall away that are lower vibration, meaning the things that don't serve us, that aren't in the highest good, that aren't in service of our growth and expansion. And so this really is it's a measure and a manifestation, our external worlds are, of how often and the magnitude with which we are really living in alignment with our souls and with the goddess within each of us. And our best work is that which is in service and devotion, is just an extension of our souls, and should therefore be in integrity with our souls. And that's where a lot of us get tripped up, because we think, oh, I need to do this work because this is where I'll make the most money. Totally opposite. And we're flipping this whole paradigm, the way that we used to do things, on its head entirely. And I want to teach you a bit about what that looks like and how you can really begin to integrate that into your own life and into your business if you have one, and into your family. From that place is so effortless and smooth and in flow, and it feels really good and fulfilling and spacious, and there's no need to rush and to fill space with things that don't really matter to us out of obligation. And our work is just an outward expression of our inside, right? So the way we are living in the old and current predominant paradigm of leadership is that we define ourselves by our careers and we work from the outside in. And it doesn't serve us, and it's not working, and it's leading to burnout, and it's leading to dissatisfaction, and it's leading to people feeling miserable and depression and all of these things that are happening that are plaguing our world on the conscious level, in the psychological sense, are just that, right? It's just not working. It's not the method that will allow us to progress to the next level of fulfillment and of peace on a global level. And so I want you to know, if nothing else, that you take away from watching this video, that joy and happiness is our birthright. And from this place of understanding this and deep knowing, we're able to fully embrace the guidance coming toward us in every single moment through our bodies, through our emotion, through our intuition. And we're able to act in accordance with what sparks joy for us. And this is really the magic that creates the recalibration of our external reality to match the higher vibrational frequency of our internal world. So in other words, when we create those internal shifts, we create automatically, without even lifting a finger, a different experience in our external world, in our life. So once we know and understand this, then our lives become more about our service and devotion to our own mission, and how open and willing we are to becoming a vessel for the divine, to surrender and receive guidance and really recognize how much we don't actually know and we can't really ever know, and recognize that there's profound beauty in the unknown and in the possibility of what could be. It becomes so much more playful then to live our lives as souls having a human experience, when our only purpose here is really to play and to expand, and that's it. There doesn't need to be this pressure of, oh my God, if I don't do this, and if I don't go to school, and if I don't make this much money, then I'll never be successful, I'll never be happy, I'll never create an impact, I'll never have a purpose that is fulfilled here. That is so not true at all. And in order to do that play and expansion and deep soulful living, we have to get in touch with our souls and unpeel those layers of social constructs and all the shoulds and obligations that have been placed upon us either by ourselves, from our family, from society, whoever has placed them on us. Ourselves would be our ego and our human mind, right? That tell us you should do this, because if you don't, there will be a consequence that's negative. And so our success, quote unquote success, is not measured by doing more or overloading ourselves or being busier or adding something else to our already full plates. It's about simplification and streamlining from our souls so that our lifestyle is a reflection of that, and so that our impact can be a reflection of that. And these things are all woven together and tied together really beautifully for a reason. And we can't actualize that higher level of service we're meant to live out and bring into the world to create an impact through our lives when we aren't first giving to ourselves and taking impeccable care of our minds and bodies and souls. So it's not about working harder or doing more in order to be accepted and loved in this new paradigm of feminine leadership. It's not about being perfect. It is about just being yourself. And through this transformation, you will stop feeling so drained, because you will be able to soulfully connect to yourself instead of looking outside of yourself for this validation of love and connection. And in order to fully embody this new paradigm of feminine leadership, we have to stop placing our self-worth in our output and start placing it on our internal unveilings of our unique expression and our soul essence, of the parts of ourselves that we've denied or pushed away or avoided feeling the pain that exists there. So we pull off those masks and those constructs of what we think makes us who we are, and we start to create our purest identity, and that's what we are going to call our soul essence. So when we're able to lift those veils, we start to do more of what we actually want to do, the things that bring us joy and pleasure and aliveness, instead of acting out of scarcity and lack, which shows up as obligations and should and no boundaries, because we can't say no to people because we feel like we'll disappoint them or that we'll be rejected. And I just want to reiterate, all of you is welcome. Even if you are feeling that way right now and you're not quite sure how you're going to get away from that, I've been there and I know it's possible for you, and that I've done it, and I'm here to show you the way. And you don't have to be a certain way to be loved and accepted here in this space of sisterhood and sacred space and coaching and our relationship together, and even just being in this tribe and receiving this video today. All the parts of you are accepted, loved, fully seen, fully received, and you are loved for all of it and all of who you really are. So from that place then, how do we get in touch with our souls and get to this place of soulful, abundant expansion and vibrant living and leading? The way to do that is really to create the sacred space to do the internal work, the unpeeling and unveiling of our truest self. So there are a few different ways in which we do this, but here are the beautiful ways that I've discovered on my personal journey that have led to these profound realizations and breakthroughs into this new way of living and being and unleashing my inner goddess and seeing tremendous shifts in my life and in my business through doing so, and in my clients and in my sisters that I've been on this journey with alongside. And so there's two things that I really, really deeply believe in that create transformation and inner work and growth and expansion and beauty into our lives through that soulful unleashing. And so number one is private coaching, that deep inner work, eliminating our blocks and challenges, peeling back the layers to lead us back to our essence and to the core of who we truly are without the expectations or obligations or masks we place on ourselves and that are placed on us. So allowing ourselves to become aware of what we already know and be more present about the embodiment and integration of these concepts and ideas. So having someone in our corner, like I'd love to be the guide for you to be able to do this, is so transformational. It's so beautiful. It's so supportive. It's so amazing to have someone who sees you in your power and can reflect it back to you when you need reminding, when you can't see it yourself, when you feel weak or lost or confused or unclear, any of that stuff, right, that we feel so frustrated by and that acts as a roadblock for us. And it's really just a disconnection from our belief that we have the power and we're fully capable of creating anything any experience we'd love to have in this world. And the second thing is sisterhood, learning through community, creating a safe, supportive space for all of us to fully show up and be supported and to connect with inspired, like-minded sisters who are really on a similar journey, and to know we never have to do it alone, and to have our strengths reflected back to us and have our whole selves fully seen for the highest versions of what they really are on the soul level. And this is exactly why these two uniquely formed sacred spaces are really the foundation for my signature program, Freedom is Sexy, which launches a week from today. So I named this program Freedom is Sexy because these freedom and sexiness are two concepts that must be seen and felt. So they're not something that you can look at or observe and that's the extent of it, right? You don't learn this by reading a book or having someone tell you what to do or how to do it. These concepts have to be fully embodied to really be actualized and to have an impact. And so this is what the program is all about, the embodiment of your soul's beautiful journey and deepening into the unforeseen parts of your identity of both self, to truly uncover the mysteries that live there and provide all of the answers you need to create a life of soulful, soul-level living, of vibrance, of connection, of glowing expansion and ecstasy in your life. It's about recognizing that you have all the answers within yourself, and it's about becoming your own guru instead of constantly searching outside of yourself for the answers. That's why I don't create a solid week-by-week rigid structure that we follow for this program. It's each of the 7 women who will be joining me for this program are totally unique, and each of them have different soul journeys and challenges that they're facing along the way, and different ways that these boundaries are manifesting in their path. And we all need support in different and customized ways. It can't be cookie cutter to be effective. And that's what I really, really deeply believe. And that's why my work will never be a group program that's pre-recorded content that I just send out and blast out and that anybody can sign up for and receive. Because I don't believe that that's, in my experience, not been the most deeply transformational work. And that's really what I want to provide. I don't want to provide anything that's not deeply transformational and full of intention and full of customization and connection and deep connection between me and you, or me and one of my clients, and me and anybody, right? I want that type of deep soulful connection in every single thing I do. So the format of Freedom is Sexy will really allow you to have space to explore, deepen, connect, transform, fully integrate, empower, embark on this journey, embody this new way of being and living, a space to question and receive guidance and answers from within. Each of us has a very unique, each of us has within us already, when we arrive here on this planet, when we're born, we already have such awesome answers and such awesome tools and beautiful wisdom. And the difficult part is really getting back in touch with this ancient wisdom that's within us. And that's what I help my clients do. And that's what this program is all about. Is to integrate your soul's truest callings, your day-to-day lifestyle, your expression of service through your career choice or your business, the community of oneness and wholeness that exists on a universal and global level, and the impact you'd love to create for yourself and for the world. And what I really believe is that our souls have each decided to arrive here on this earth at this exact time for a very unique and special reason. And it's my belief that as women in today's world, we're truly here to deepen in devotion and honor to our souls, and to live accordingly, to serve accordingly, and to really create huge shifts in the future of our world. This is not a small problem. This is not a small thing that we're doing here. We're here for a reason, and it's very profound, and I really believe that. And so this means really recognizing the unity between all of those various parts of our worldly experience: our money, our work, our lifestyle choices, our community and support systems, how we nourish our bodies. And that's the holistic view that I teach. It's not just about targeting one area and everything falls into place. It's about getting into this soul level, and from that place everything comes into equilibrium and everything feels effortless and in flow and easy. And I know it's kind of hard to imagine, and I almost feel a little crazy saying that that's possible, but I know that it is, because I'm living it right now, and I have spaciousness in my life. And I realized today, I was in a massage with one of my amazing clients, and I was talking about this idea and this concept and this, like, how I've been experiencing my life lately, and it's just amazing. And I feel like I'm almost hearing, like, if I were to think about where I was a year ago, and think that this was really possible, like living my life in this way and feeling this and not really knowing how or why or how I was going to do it, or what the process looked like, but knowing that I could actually live this way, it's absolutely amazing to me. And I just want to express that, because I am also feeling like this is profound and this is integrated and embodied in my life right now, but it's just still have this wonder and awe and the sense of like, there's so much magic, and I'm so grateful and so filled with love for everybody that I've been on this journey with, and everybody who I will be on this journey with, and who I will serve. And it's just beautiful. And I just want to express that, because that's really true for me and how I'm feeling right now. So our real work here is to really become empowered to create a higher level of fulfillment for both ourselves, our sisters, and the world. And I really believe the way that we start on that journey and start to do that fully is to be part of an experience like this. Freedom is Sexy. That's why I created it. I didn't create it to make money. I didn't create it to whatever other reason. I can't even think of it right now, because it feels so like disconnected from me and where I am right now. But I didn't create it for any other reason other than to serve and be devoted to my mission of helping empower women and helping them recognize that that starts within, and that starts with our community. And we build from the inside out. That's an idea that it's it's felt, it's on an energetic level, right? When we shift, when we come into a presence, is an influence and an impact on others just by showing up. And we're all leaders because of that, right? We all have an influence, and it's our responsibility to take it seriously and to really be responsible for it, and to feel in integrity with our souls through that process of influence. So whether you are a business owner, whether you are just, you know, an amazing, inspired woman who wants to do this work, whether you are feeling like something is missing in your life, whether you're feeling like disconnected from yourself, you're feeling like, oh my God, afraid to even take this leap and invest in yourself and be in community with other women and be vulnerable and share what's real for you. I totally can relate to that, and I've been there. And what's beautiful about this is that all of those concerns that I just shared about being scared and being, you know, afraid to kind of take the leap or to be vulnerable, they're all just that and say thank you, but I don't need that. I'm ready for more. I'm ready for expansion. I'm ready to grow, do more, and be life, and be of service, and be in devotion to whatever my mission is. So I really want you to start to feel into that energy and that new way of for you from that space. Goddesses involved in this program, please send me an email to ecastle.lifecoach@gmail.com. I'm placing my email address below this video. And when you email me, I'd love to set up a 30-minute consultation call where you and I will hop on a private conference line and discuss your unique intentions and what you'd love to experience over the next 8 weeks in your life, and how you'd like to emerge from this experience totally transformed, and the impact that you want to really bring into the world through your own lifestyle. And it's very important to me that we actually speak on the phone before you officially sign up for this program, so that I can really feel into your energy and your uniqueness, and really fully understand how to support you on our journey together, because you are unique and you are whole, and I want to feel into your energy of what you're bringing to the table, and to the integral experience of this sisterhood, and make sure that it's a really, really good fit, so that you can really get the most out of this. And I want you to know that this is a really highly curated program, so that the experience is so deeply transformational and truly life-changing. It is for the woman who is really willing to go deep, and she's ready to go deep and be vulnerable, so that she can fully open to this new paradigm of feminine leadership. And it is for the woman who is fully committed to creating a huge shift, so that she can live effortlessly and fulfilled and totally feel free in every area of her life, and feel confident and like she's fully embodied of that inner goddess, and bring that from the inside out. So if that is you, I cannot wait to speak with you soon. If you are feeling called to join us on this journey of glowing expansion. And I really honor you for being here today, sister, and for creating the space for yourself to do some reflecting and growing, and for honoring yourself and the goddess within you. So I love you so much, beauty, and I will talk to you soon. And I can't wait to receive your email. Talk to you soon. Bye.